Good morning. Welcome out to Cary, North Carolina. We are here at Middle Creek Park, I think is where I'm at. Not 100% sure. Sorry I didn't have any of the live games yesterday. I was at work, had to take care of that. But we are in the White Championship bracket play today. First game today is your Canes East-Neely taking on the NC Heat. 8:30 game. After all of the weather and changes yesterday, so far it looks good to go. Winner of this game plays at 6:30. They'll play the Canes Harris. The loser of this game plays following right on this field at 11:45 is the set game time. Do have some weather coming in middle part of the day, so that may jack up some things as we go along, but we're getting ready to get going here. I'll give you the defensive alignment here in just a moment once we get situated and get going. So welcome in all our Canes fans. Welcome in all the NC Heat fans. Glad to have you along for the ride as we get ready to get going here. Towing the rubber is Colby Jones for the Canes. So he comes set for the first pitch. Misses high for a ball. 1-0's the count. His battery mate behind the plate. I believe that's Miller Stanley behind the plate there. Trying to get my stuff together here. The 1-0 offer. That'll catch the outer half for a strike. 1-1's the count. Moving third to first. Logan Burris at third. Eli Suggs at short. Lucas Neely at second. And Ryan Albritton at first. The 1-1 misses low for a ball. 2-1's the count. Left field, Mason Brown. Center field, Rylan Copeland. And in right field, Noah Sigmund. And that'll round out your defensive alignment. The 2-1 offer coming down the pipe from Colby. Pops that up. Rylan will shade to his right, make the grab for out number one. 1 up, 1 down. And we have 1 away. That was Evan at bat for NC Heat. I am sitting on the first base side, so trying to get the players' numbers here. Now batting number 14 for the Heat. First pitch sails high for a ball. 1-0's the count. This is Louie stepping in from the right side. Righty-righty matchup here. The 1-0 offer. Catches the outer half for a strike. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Louie steps back in. Kobe toes the rubber. Looks in, has got his sign. He comes set for the 1-1 offer. Breaking ball misses low. 2-1's the count. Colby comes set, the 2-1. Catches the outer half again, and that'll even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Those of you following along at home, again, welcome along for the ride. If you have an issue with the stream, the picture quality, whatever, be sure to jump in the chat, let me know. I monitor the chat so I can adjust those on the fly. The 2-2 offer. Tried to change his eyesight, head high, misses. That'll bring the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes, payoff pitch. Pops it up, center field. Rylan will take a few steps in, make the grab for out number 2. 2 away here in the top of the first. So with 2 away, that's going to bring up number 13 for the NC Heat. He'll step in from the right side, so righty-righty matchup again here. Nobody on. Hayden steps in. Colby looks in, gets his sign. Pitch home. Breaking ball just misses the outer half for a ball. 1-0's the count. And the 1-0. Sails high and outside. 2-0's the count. Hayden digs back in. Colby comes set, the 2-0. That'll miss low, and Hayden has a hitter's count here. 3 balls, no strikes. That one will miss in the dirt. Still a little wet on the field, so we'll roll it down to first base line, get that dried off. New baseball into Colby here. Colby toes the rubber. He's looking for that ceremonial 3-0 strike one. We'll see if Hayden has the green light here. Pitch home. That'll miss in the dirt, and he'll take 4 consecutive balls for a base on balls. And that puts the first heat runner on base. So 2 away, runner at first, represented by Hayden. This will bring up number 2 for the NC Heat, Griffin. Griffin will step in from the right side as well. Hayden gets a small lead at first. Albritton holding him on. Colby looks in, gets his sign, checks the runner at first. Long look over as he comes set. Hayden gets a secondary. Colby steps off. That'll move Hayden back to first. Steps off, moves him back again. And Griffin's still looking for his first pitch. Colby comes set. Hayden with his lead. He's got his sign. Pitch home. Catches the outside corner as Hayden retreats back to first. 0-1 the count. Hayden with a decent lead. Colby takes a look at him. Comes set. Pitch home. That'll catch the outside corner. Throw down by Stanley. Just does miss. Pops out of the glove of Lucas. So he'll be credited with a stolen base. That puts the first NC Heat runner in scoring position with 2 away. 0-2 the count here to Griffin at the plate. Colby digs in. Lucas will check in to second to hold Hayden for the Heat at second. Colby steps off. Colby toes the rubber. Lucas holding Hayden at second. Lucas bounce off. Pitch home. Misses outside. Good stop. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Griffin here for the NC Heat. Colby looks in. Has got his sign. Lucas holding Hayden at second. Hayden jumping off of second. Lucas bounces off. Pitch. Shot down the first base line. That'll be between the 3-4 hole. Hayden's coming around. Wild throw to first. That's going to play to run. Miller backs it up. Throws to second. Can he get the tag on? No. Sails over the glove of Eli Suggs. And a couple errant throws. Scores a run for the Heat. And NC Heat jump on board first, 1-0 with 2 away and another runner in scoring position here in the top of the first. They'll bring in a runner for the pitcher, I believe Griffin is. So that'll bring up Antonio. He'll step up from the left side. So righty-lefty matchup here. First left-sided batter for Colby this game. Pitch in, sails high and outside for a ball. 1-0's the count. Two quick outs, scored run, and another runner threatening here at second. 1-0's the count. Pitch home. Misses high, ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. Eli holding the runner at second with the left-handed batter here. Number 14 is the courtesy runner for NC Heat. I apologize, I don't know who that is. Louis, I believe that is. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch home. That'll catch the outer half for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike here on Antonio. That is Louis at second base. Pinch running. Courtesy runner, I should say. Louis gets his lead at second. Eli checks in behind him. Colby looks in, has got his sign. 2 balls, 1 strike. Checks the runner at second. Eli pops off. The 2-1 offer sails high for a ball. 3-1's the count. Antonio digs in back of the box. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pitch home. That'll catch the inner half, says Blue, and bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 away, runner at second. Antonio's dug back in, and the payoff pitch. Drives it right back up the middle into center field. They're going to send the runner, throw home, not in time, and that'll plate another heat run on the single from Antonio. 2-0's the count. So they'll ask for a new ball. 2 outs, runner at first. NC Heat, 2-0 score here. That's going to bring up number 99, the catcher. Chase, I believe, is his name. He'll step in from the right side as Antonio dances on for first. Albritton holding him on. Colby looks in, has got his sign, checks the runner at first, comes set. Steps off. That'll move Antonio back to first. Colby comes set once again. Checks the runner. Pitch home. Sails high. Misses. Throw down. Right on the money. And got him. Throw down to second for the out. NC Heat jump out first. 2-0 your score. We go to the bottom of the first. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back. We go to the top of the, bottom of the first, excuse me. NC Heat jump out first, 2-0 in the lead. Leading things off this half inning, number 27, Noah Sigmund. And for the NC Heat fans watching, I know that's Griffin pitching, but outside of that, based on my game changer I'm looking at, I don't have any other players' names, so I can't give you your defensive alignment. Oh, they're putting them in now. JT's at first, Louis at second. As Griffin comes set. First pitch to Noah here, shows bunt. Pulls it back, strike on the outer half. 0-1's the count. Once my scorer gets all the game changer names in there, I'll give you the defensive lineup for the NC Heat. 0-1 the count to Noah here. As Griffin comes set and delivers. Pops it up. That could be trouble. And the center fielder comes in and makes the grab for out number one. He had to get on his horse and run in as that was falling into no man's land and was able to make the running grab for the first out of the half inning. So with one away, that's going to bring up number 7, Rylan Copeland. Rylan will step in from the right side. And the pitch home. Taps it down the third base line. It's going to go foul for strike one. That was Antonio in center field that made that grab. Oh, 0-1 the count on Ryland. He looks down, gets a sign from Coach Neely, steps back in. Griffin looks in, gets a sign. 0-1's the count. And the pitch home. Sells high for a ball. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a 1-1 offer. Fouls it back to us. And finds himself in a 1-2 hole here. Your defensive alignment for your infield, Evans at third, Hayden's at short, Louis at second, JT's at first, Griffin, of course, pitching. I believe that's Chase behind the plate. And Bout caught him there as that misses high and inside. 2-2's the count. Antonio is in center for, I don't have the left and right fielders in Game Changer here to give you those. But 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ryland digs back in, sells high, and that'll work to count full. Griffin comes set for the payoff pitch. That'll sell high, and Ryland will take a base on balls. And that puts the first Canes runner on base with 1 away. That'll bring up number 4, Colby Jones. Colby's going to step in from the left side, righty-lefty matchup here with Ryland dancing off of first. Ryland with speed. We'll see how aggressive they get on the base pass. Griffin looks in, gets his sign, checks the runner at first. Comes set. He'll step off. That'll move Ryland back to first. Colby will dig into the back of the box as Ryland gets his lead. Pitch home. And therefore a strike on the inner half. 0-1's the count. Griffin shakes off his first, his second, likes his third. Ryland with his lead. The 0-1. Steps off, throws to first, not in time. Ryland with his lead. Griffin takes a look. The 0-1 sails high and inside. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ryland with a good lead at first, and he'll step off, moves Ryland back. Both these teams played a couple times before. Pretty familiar with each other. Sets on, picks to first, not in time. Ryland with a decent lead at first. Griffin comes set. Colby with a 1-1 count. Pitch home. Breaking ball, fouls it down the first base line into the Canes dugout. 1-2 the count here. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 away, 1 runner on. Griffin comes set. And the 1-2. Sails high and outside. Ryland thought about it. He tags up. He'll head back. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Colby steps back in, as for the count. Ryland decent lead. Griffin takes a look. He comes set. The 2-2. Swings through it for strike 3. So with 2 away, 1 runner on, that's going to bring up number 3, Ryan Albritton, as he steps in. He'll step in from the right side. Canes looking for an early 2-out rally. He'll try to get on the board here in the bottom of the first. Looks down, gets his sign from Coach Neely. He digs in. Ryland gets his lead at first. Pitch home. Breaking ball misses low. Throw down to second. Not in time. So Ryland on the delayed steal had the catcher have a hitch in his throw there, just enough for him to make it to second. And that puts the first Canes runner in scoring position. 1-0 the count to Ryan. Pitch home. That'll miss low for a ball. 2-0's the count. Number 10, Eli Suggs, waits on deck. Ryland gets his lead. Louie holding him on for heat at second. He bounces off. Pitch home. Sails high. 3-0. And Griffin's going to ask for a new ball. Albritton will step back in. 3-0 hitters count here. We'll see if he gets the green light. Louie holding Ryland. He bounces off. That's going to sail high for ball 4, and he'll take a base on balls. That'll put runners at first and second with 2 away. And number 10, Eli Suggs, stepping up to the plate. Eli will step in from the right side, looks down the third base line, gets his sign from Coach Neely. Ryland at second. Ryan Albritton at first. First baseman playing back. Louie holding Ryland at second. Pitch home. And fair ball. Throw down to first for out number 3. They leave 2 stranded. We go to the top of the second. 2-0 your score. NC Heat with the lead. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Cary, North Carolina. NC Heat versus Canes East-Neely, 2-0 to score. Heat with the lead. As we go to the top of the second, a couple defensive changes for you. Logan Burris goes to third. Eli at short. Lucas at at second. Eric McLean goes to first. And left field change would be Chase White goes into left for Mason Brown. Pitch in from Colby, catches the lower half for a strike. 0-1's the count to Chase here for the NC Heat. He digs back in, the 0-1 offer. Hits it back up the middle. Good scoop by Colby. He'll underhand to first for out number 1. So Colby to Eric for out number 1. That's going to bring up number 33 for the NC Heat. Grady will step in. He'll dig in from the right side as well. And the pitch home. Breaking ball just missed the outer half. 1-0's the count. And the 1-0. Breaking ball misses low, 2-0. The 2-0 offer. Shows bunt. That'll catch the outer half for a strike as he pulls it back. 2-1's the count. And the 2-1 offer. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Even things up, 2-2. Miller asks for the signs again from Coach. He gets them, sends them in to Colby. Colby comes set, the 2-2 offer. Drills that into right center. Ryland's on his horse. He's going to be burnt. Comes up, scoops, throws to second. Runner's coming in. Throw is offline, and Grady has a stand-up double to put a Heat runner in scoring position with one away here in the top of the second. And with that, that's going to bring up number 5 for the NC Heat. This will be Shane. Shane looks like he'll step in from the right side as well with a runner at second in scoring position and one away. Colby looks in, gets a sign. Lucas checks in on the runner at second with a decent lead. Colby steps off. That'll move the runner back to second. So an equipment issue here. All right, equipment issue here for the bat. They got that situated. So 1 out. Runner at second. Shane digs in from the right side. Pitch home. That'll catch the lower half for a strike. 0-1's the count. Colby comes set. Lucas jumps in. Holds the runner, bounces off, pitch home, just misses the outer half. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Shane digs back in. Count even, 1-1. Long look in from Colby. Big lead at second. He'll step off, and that will move Grady back to second. Colby toes the rubber. Grady gets his lead once again. 1-1 the count here to Shane. Steps off, and Grady's back in safely. Pitch home. Breaking ball misses. That'll kick away. Miller comes up. No throw. 2-1 the count. Runner advances. So Grady 90 feet away. And now it's scored as a pass ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch home. In there for a strike. That'll even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He'll dig back in. The 2-2. Just misses the outer half. Full count. Full count payoff pitch coming down the pipe. Pops it up, foul. So Shane will dig back in for NC Heat. Grady for NC Heat dancing off a third. Full count. Colby looks in, gets a sign, comes set. The payoff pitch. Drills that one into left field. Tail end chases on the run, and that'll get over his head. That'll play to run, roll to the fence as Shane's on his way to second, and he's into second with a stand-up double. That plates another Heat run. 3-0 your score. Top of the second with 1 away. And that'll bring up number 1, JT, for the Heat. He'll step in from the left side here, so righty-lefty matchup. Colby asked for a new baseball. Still a little wet this morning from the rain last night on these early morning games. Shane with his lead at second. Eli holding him on. Jumps out in there for a strike. 0-1's the count. The 0-1 offer. This is low and inside. Pass ball. And Shane will advance over the third. That'll even the count up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the Heat are threatening again with a runner 90 feet away. 1 away here in the top of the second. JT digs back in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch home. Drills that one into right field. That'll send Noah back. He's burnt. That'll play to run. That rolls to the fence, and JT's going to be in with another stand-up double. So back-to-back-to-back doubles for the NC Heat. 2 have produced RBIs. 4-0 your score with 1 out here in the top of the second. So that's going to bring up Jackson. He's going to step in from the right side with JT at second. 1 away. Kane's looking for out number 2 still. As Colby steps off, that works JT back to second with Lucas holding him on. Pitch home. Pops that one down the right field line. Noah's coming in. He'll make the grab for out number 2. So with 2 away, that's going to bring up number 9 for the NC Heat. He'll step in from the right side as JT works his way back to second as Colby steps off the rubber. Pitch home. Breaking ball goes up to Eli. Eli comes up, takes a couple steps. He'll fire across the field, get the out for out number 3. They leave one stranded, push 2 more across. We go to the bottom of the second. NC Heat lead the Canes 4-0. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the second. Heat with a 4-0 lead here. Leading things off this half inning, number 1, Miller Stanley, followed by Logan Burris and Lucas Neely are your first 3 due up for the Canes. And the Canes in a bit of a hole here in the beginning of the early goings of this game. As Miller digs in from the right side. Griffin towing the rubber. Chase behind the plate. Pitch home. Pops it up. And Griffin will make the grab for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Your defensive alignment for NC Heat. Louis at third, Evan at short, Hayden at second, JT at first. Moving left to right for the NC Heat in the outfield. Grady's in left, Antonio in center, and Jackson is in right. That's going to bring up number 8, Logan Burris. He'll step in from the right side as well. 1 away, nobody on here in the bottom of the second. Griffin looks in, steps off. As he digs back in, looks in, gets his sign, comes set, and the pitch home. Breaking ball just misses, 1-0's the count. And the 1-0 offer. That'll catch the outer half, even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 to Logan. Breaking ball misses. 2-1's the count. And the 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Put a little something on that one. Lolo digs back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Pitch home. Down to third base line and fair as that'll tail just past the third base bag into left field. Logan will take off to first. He rounds, thinking about second. He'll hold up there. And Logan's on with a single. That'll bring up number 2, Lucas Neely. Lucas looks down to third base line, gets his sign. And he'll dig in. Logan with a small lead at first. JT holding him on for NC Heat. Griffin looks in, gets his sign. Pitch home. That'll catch the outer half for a strike. 0-1's the count. The 0-1. And foul tipped. Off speed, got him out front of it. And Lucas finds himself in 0-2 hole. He's got a battle here. No balls, 2 strikes. Griffin shakes off his first pitch, likes his second. Checks Logan at first. The pitch home. Sails high and inside for a ball. 1-0's the count, or 1-2's the count. And the 1-2 offer. And swings through that one for out number 2. Throw down to first, not in time as Logan was back on the bag. Heads up play by the catcher behind the plate for NC Heat. Tried to get Logan sleeping. That's going to bring up number 5, Chase White. 2 away, runner at first. Time on the field. And we're back good to go here. Chase digs in. Griffin takes a look at Logan at first. Long look over, comes set. Steps off, that moves Logan back to first. Griffin comes set. And a pitch home. In there for a strike, belt high on the inner half of the plate. 0-1's the count. And the 0-1 offer. Breaking ball misses low. 1-1's the count. Griffin checks Logan at first, comes set, the 1-1 offer. Sells high, 2-1's the count. Two-way here in the bottom of the second, runner at first, 2-1 the count to Chase White. And the 2-1 offer. And time on the field. Had a errant ball come flying into right field. So we'll reset here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Griffin comes set. Logan with his lead. Pitch home. Misses inside for a ball. 3-1's the count. Chase with a hitter's count here. 3-1. Pitch home. And foul tips that back. That'll bring the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Runner at first. Griffin looks into Chase, gets his sign. He comes set. Steps off. That'll move Logan back to first. And he's going to call a balk. And a balk called. Balk called. Runner moves into scoring position for the Canes. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And we'll reset and do it again. Chase steps back in. Griffin looks in, gets a sign. Logan with his lead at second. Nobody holding him on. Full count, payoff pitch. And swings through it. 4 out, number 3. They leave one stranded. Go to the top of the third, 4-0 your score. NC Heat with the lead. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. Stick around. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back as we go to the top of the third. 4-0 your score. NC Heat with the lead. Couple defensive changes for your Canes here. We'll give it to you here. Kobe still towing the rubber. Miller still behind the plate. Ryan Albritton moves to third. Pitch in from Colby. Misses in the dirt for a ball. 1-0's the count. Rylan Copeland goes to short. Lucas Neely at second. Eric McLean stays at first, moving left to right. Chase White in left. Noah Sigmund in center as he shifts over one spot. And Mason Brown in right. This is Louie for the Heat. Steps in. 1-0's the count on the wild pitch. Colby looks in, gets the sign, and comes set. Pitch home. That'll miss in the dirt again. 2-0's the count. The 2-0. That'll catch the outer half for a strike. 2-1's the count. The 2-1 offer. Misses in the dirt. 3-1. Louie, the leadoff batter for NC Heat this half inning. Digs back in from the right side with a 3-1 count. Righty-righty matchup. Pitch home. Foul. Tips that one down the first base line. That'll work to count full. Full count payoff pitch. Drills that one into center field. Logan ranges to his right side and will make the grab for out number 1. So Noah puts it away. 4-1 away. That's going to bring up number 13 for the NC Heat. Hayden. Hayden steps in. He's 0 for 0 on the day thus far. Hayden digs in from the right side. Pitch home. Breaking ball misses in the dirt. Good stop by Miller. 1-0's the count. The 1-0 offer. Fouls that back. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Colby looks in. He's got his sign. The 1-1. Hayden swings at breaking ball. Pretty breaking ball. Bottom fell out of it. 1-2's the count as he swung through it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 offer. Breaking ball missed short. That'll even it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 offer. And he'll go down looking. 2 away. So Colby will record his first strikeout of the day thus far. That's going to bring up your pitcher, number 2, Griffin, as he'll step in from the right side. Nobody on, 2 away. Griffin looks down to third base line, gets his sign from the coach, and digs in. Colby comes set, pitch home. Breaking ball catches the inner half for a strike. 0-1's the count. And the 0-1. Breaking ball sails high. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. That'll miss short. That'll bring the count 2 balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1 offer. Wild pitch misses in the dirt. 3-1's the count. Antonio waits on deck for the Heat. Griffin 1 for 1. I believe he started off the double last inning, as that one will miss, and he'll draw a base on balls with 2 away here in the top of the 3rd. That'll send Miller out to go have a talk with his pitcher. Make sure they're on the same page. 10U Pitt County Girls Softball, coached by Jennifer Suggs, getting ready to get underway. And a few minutes over in Durham as they're in their Little League tournament, trying to get to Monday night for the championship game. I believe that is state tournaments they're in right now. So we'll reset here. Griffin, the pitcher for the Heat, is at first. Antonio is going to dig in from the left side here. Antonio also 1 for 1 on the day. Griffin gets a good lead at first. Eric holding him on. Colby takes a look at him. He comes set. He'll step off. That'll move the runner back to first. Antonio digs into the back left side of the box. Pitch home. Drills it down the first base line. Good glove by Eric. And he'll get out of it. They leave 1 strand and nothing across. 4-0 your score. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dads Sports Network. Stick around. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the third. Heat hold a 4-0 lead on the Canes here. Leading things off this half inning, Mason Brown, followed by Eric McLean on deck. And then top of the lineup, Noah Sigmund in the hole. Canes looking to get some bats going here as we start working our way to the middle innings of the game. Griffin towing the rubber. Chase still behind the plate for the Heat. Mason Brown digs in from the left side. First pitch in, shows bunt, pulls it back for a ball. 1-0's the count. Your defensive alignment for NC Heat. Hayden goes to third. Louis at short. Evan at second. JT at first. Grady's in left. Antonio's in center. And Shane is in right. 1-0 the count. Third baseman comes in. Shows bunt again in there for a strike. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mason looks down to third baseline, gets his sign. Third baseman playing way in, the 1-1. Sails high for a ball, 2-1's the count. The 2-1. Fouls that back. That'll even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That'll send the third baseman back, takes the bunt off the table. As Mason digs back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Griffin looks in to chase behind the plate, gets his sign. Shakes off his first sign, likes his second as he comes set for the 2-2 offer. And Brown will call time. And we'll reset. Mason digs back in. The 2-2. Swings through it for out number 1. That's going to bring up number 6, Eric McLean, as he'll dig in. Eric will dig in from the right side here. 1 away, nobody on, bottom of the third. Eric digs into the back of the box. Pitch home. Hits the outside of the plate for a strike. 0-1's the count. And if I had to guess, Griffin's going to sit on the outside of the plate here. Breaking ball drops in there, swings through it for strike 2. The 0-2 offer. Pops it up, foul to stay alive. No balls and 2 strikes. Griffin looks in, the 0-2 offer. And he'll step off as him and his catcher look to get on the same page. The 0-2. Breaking ball drops in there for strike 3. And Eric will go down looking. Top of the lineup for the Canes, number 27, Noah Sigmund. Will step in. He'll step in from the right side. Nobody on, 2 away. Griffin steps off, steps back on, pitch home. Breaking ball gets him swinging bottom. Nasty pitch fell out of the bottom of that one. 0-1's the count. The 0-1 offer. That'll miss letter high for a ball. 1-1's the count. The 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. 1-2's the count. Noah digs back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 away. Pitch home. Goes down, looking. 1, 2, 3. Go the Canes. We go to the top of the fourth. The Heat lead 4-0. You're watching Canes baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be right back right after this. All right, welcome back. Some defensive changes for you here in the top of the fourth. Your eyes do not deceive you. Riley Copeland towing the rubber. Miller behind the plate. Logan at third. Colby at short. Noah at second. Albritton at first. Mason at right. Chase in center. Lucas in left. First pitch in from Riley. In there for a strike at the knees. 0-1's the count. As we work to the middle part of the game. Long look in, the 0-1 offer. That'll miss in the dirt. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1. Sails high, ball 2. The 2-1 offer. Foul tipped into the mitt. That'll even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. That'll miss in the dirt. And he works the count full. This is Chase the catcher for the Heat at the bat. Rylan looks in, payoff pitch. In there for strike 3, and Rylan records his first strikeout of the game. 1 away. Grady will step in from the right side as Ryland toes the rubber. One away, nobody on. Pitch home. Sails high for a ball. 1-0's the count. And the 1-0 offer. Nice pitch. Drops in there for a strike at the knees. 1-1's the count. Ryland takes a breath, comes set. The 1-1. Misses low and outside. 2-1's the count. Ryland's got the pitch he wants, the 2-1 offer. Pops it up. That's going to go out of play. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So with 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 away, Grady looks down to first baseline. Gets some coaching from his coach at first base. He digs in. The 2-2 from Ryland. Just missed. Nice frame up from Miller behind the plate. That's going to work to count full. Grady digs back in. Ryland looks in, gets his sign. He comes set. Payoff pitch. Drills it to Noah at second. Scoops, throws to Albritton at first for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. And with 2 away, that's going to bring up number 5 for the Heat, Shane. Shane will dig in. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Ryland's got his sign. Pitch home. Breaking ball, sails high and inside. 1-0's the count. And the 1-0 offer. Misses letter high. 2-0's the count. Shane digs back in. Hitter's count here. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch home from Ryland. Breaking ball just missed the upper part of the zone. 3-0's the count. Shane digs in. Ryland comes set, looking for that ceremonial 3-0 strike 1. Shane shows bunt. Pitch in. There it is right there. 3-1's the count. Ryland's got his sign. The 3-1 offer. In there. Catches the outer half for strike 2. He's worked it to a full count. Shane digs in, full count, and the payoff pitch. Drills it to Noah, off the glove, picks it up, throws to first. 1, 2, 3, go the Heat. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Nothing doing. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. Throw down from the catcher on the money. As we go to the bottom of the fourth. Some more defensive changes for you for the Heat. New pitcher in for the Heat. Hayden will come in to toe the rubber with a 4-0 lead. JT at first, Evan at second, Louis at third. Griffin, I believe, will go to Griffin will go to third base. Louis at short. Well, hang on. I'll give that to you in a minute. They're updating a game changer here, but Hayden is pitching for the Heat. Ryan Copeland steps in. First pitch misses high for a ball. 1-0's the count. Griffin's at third. Evan at short. JT still at first. Sells high for a ball. 2-0's the count. Ryland looks down the third base line, gets his sign as he comes set. Hayden's dug in, has got the sign he wants. The 2-0 offer. And therefore a strike in the lower part of the zone. 2-1's the count. And the 2-1 offer. Sells high for ball 3. Number 4, Colby Jones awaits on deck. As the Canes are running out of time, need to put some runs across home plate. Ryland digs back in. Hitters count here 3-1. He's the leadoff batter this half inning. Pitch home. Drills that right into the glove of the second baseman who made a great grab. And do nothing about that one as he stretched out to his right side and was able to make the grab. One away. That'll bring up number 4, Colby Jones. Colby Jones will dig in from the right side as Hayden looks in. Nobody on, one away. Pitch home. Breaking ball misses inside. 1-0's the count. One ball, no strikes. Hayden comes set. Pitch home. Drills that one into center left field. Left fielder's on his horse. He's burnt. That's going to roll to the fence. Colby's thinking too. He unhooks the trailer and takes off to second, and he's in there for a sliding double. It was close. And Colby's in scoring position for the Canes. One away. That's going to bring up number 3, Ryan Albritton. Albritton will step in from the right side. He's 0 for 0 on the day. Albritton digs in from the right side. Pitch home. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Pretty pitch. 0-1's the count. Colby with his lead at second. Second baseman checking in on him. He'll bounce off. Pitch home. Breaking ball. Good stop by the catcher behind the plate. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 offer. Pops that up down the first base line, telling foul, and it will go out of play for a 1-2 count. Albritton will step back in. Finds himself in a 1-2 hole. Looking to push a run across. The 1-2 offer. Breaking ball, gets a toe tapper of it, gets under the glove of the pitcher. Underhand toss to first, gets the out. Colby advances to third. And the Canes have a runner in scoring position with number 10, Eli Suggs, stepping up to the plate. So with 2 away and the Canes threatening, Eli Suggs steps in from the right side. Hayden comes set. Nobody holding Colby on. He'll step off. Hayden will dig back in. Pitch home. Breaking ball misses. 1-0's the count. Hayden comes set for the 1-0 offer. And the pitch home. Pops it up a mile high. Hayden says he's got it. Called off by Griffin. Griffin makes the grab for out number 3. They leave one stranded. We go to the top of the 5th. NC Heat with a 4-0 lead over the Canes. You're watching Canes baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back as we go to the top of the 5th. Throw down from Miller on the money as usual. A few defensive changes for you this half inning. Rylan Copeland still towing the rubber. Miller behind the plate. Logan at third. Colby at short. Lucas at second. Albritton at first. Eli Suggs in left. Chase White in center. Mason Brown in right. Number 1, JT, the first baseman for NC Heat, will dig in from the left side. A righty-lefty matchup here. JT is 1 for 1 on the day. As Copeland comes set, pitch home. Breaking ball misses low. 1-0's the count to start things off here in the top of the 5th. Copeland looks in, got his sign, the 1-0 offer. Ropes that one down to the first base line. Good grab by Albritton at first. He'll reach over, step on the bag, and 1 away. So with 1 away, that'll bring up number 7 for the NC Heat, Modlin. He'll step in from the right side. Jackson Modlin, he's 0 for 1 on the day. 1 away, nobody on. Ryland looks in, gets his sign from his catcher. Miller behind the plate's got what he wants, comes set. Pitch home. Breaking ball just missed the top part of the zone. 1-0's the count. The 1-0 offer to Jackson. That'll catch the outer half. That'll even things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ryland's got the sign he wants. The 1-1 offer. Sails high for a 2-1 count. And the 2-1. In there, down the right side of the plate. That'll even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Copeland looking to record his second strikeout of the game. The 2-2. Breaking ball gets him for out number 2. So with 2 away, that's going to bring up number 9, Evan. Evan's 0 for 2 on the day thus far. He'll step in from the right side. Righty-righty matchup here. Miller asks for the signs again. Gets the signs called into him from the dugout. He'll relay them out to Ryland. Ryland's got the sign, comes set, pitch home. Off speed, drills it into right field. Mason's on the run, and he's going to be over his head. Way to get it up. Just misplayed that one, but was able to get a hold of it quickly and keep it to a single. So that'll bring up Louis. Louis will step in from the right side here with 2 away, runner at first here in the top of the 5th. Ryland checks the runner at first. Runner gets a small lead as Ryland comes set. Pitch home. In there for a strike. Lower part of the zone. 0-1's the count. Runner gets his lead. Albritton holding him on at first. 0-1 the count. Ryland takes a long look. Throw to first. Just rolls out of the glove of Albritton off the back of the runner. Not far enough for him to advance. Count remains 0-1. Evan, with a good lead at first. Pitch, good stop by Miller. Keeps the runner from advancing. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ryland checks Evan at first. Albritton holding him. The 1-1. Drills it into right center. That could be trouble. That's going to drop. That'll play to run. Throw in from Chase to second. Did he get him? No, he didn't. And Louis in with a sliding double. Puts runners in scoring position for the Heat at second and third. So Evan dances off a third, Louis off a second. Hayden, the relief pitcher, comes in. He's at the plate. Righty-righty matchup here. First pitch in there on the inner half for a strike. 0-1's the count. The 0-1 offer. Breaking ball fouls it off. And a quick 0-2 count. Number 2, Griffin awaits on deck for the Heat. As Ryland looks to leave the 2 runners stranded here. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hayden digs back in, the 0-2 offer. Breaking ball up the middle into the glove of Lucas. Lucas comes up, fires to first. They get the out. They leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Heat lead 4-0. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, we go to the bottom of the fifth. NC Heat with a 4-0 lead over the Canes. Leading things off this half inning is Miller Stanley, followed by Logan Burris on deck and Lucas Neely in the hole. Hayden still towing the rubber for the NC Heat. Chase still behind the plate. Miller's going to show bunt. First pitch misses for a ball. 1-0's the count. That'll bring the third baseman in, even with the bag. First baseman stays back. Griffin, third baseman, starts making his way in, looking for the bunt again. Shows it again. Griffin crashes. Pitch in, misses high for a ball. 2-0's the count. Two balls, no strikes. Shows it again. That'll catch the outer half. 2-1's the count. Hayden shakes off his first, second. He likes his third sign. He comes set. The 2-1. Breaking ball sails high. 3-1 hitters count to Miller. Number 8, Logan Burris, awaits on deck. Miller 0 for 1 on the day thus far. And the 3-1 offer. Pops it up, right field side. Second baseman ranges over and makes the grab for out number 1. So with one away, that'll bring up number 8, Logan Burris. Looks down to third base line, gets his sign from Coach Neely. He'll dig in from the right side. Hayden looks in. He's got his sign he wants. Nobody on, one away. Pitch home. Breaking ball. Hits the front of the plate. 1-0's the count. One ball, no strikes, nobody on. Breaking ball misses high. 2-0's the count. Burris 1 for 1 on the day thus far. And the 2-0. Sails high again. This is the top part of the zone. 3-0's the count. And the 3-0 offer. And he'll draw base on balls to get things started for the Canes. That'll bring up number 2, the second baseman, Lucas Neely. And time will be called on the field as the Heat will walk out. Pitching coach, have a talk with his pitcher. Infield comes in as well. Winner of this game moves on to play the Canes Harris, I believe, at 5:30. Loser of this game stays right here, plays somebody at 11:45. And then the winner of that game advances. Loser of that game is out. Pitt County Girls Softball League, 10U All-Stars playing state tournament in Durham. Their game should be live right now. And the meeting of the minds is over as we get back to it. We'll reset it for you here. Number 8, Logan Burris at first for the Canes. Number 2, Lucas Neely at bat. One away here. Lucas looked down the third base line, got his sign from Coach Neely. He'll dig in. Back of the box from the right side. Righty-righty matchup here. Hayden takes a look at Logan. JT holding him on over there. Pitch home. Sails high for a ball. 1-0's the count. And the 1-0 offer. Sells high again, 2-0's the count. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch home. And that misses head high again. 3-0 hitters count here for Lucas here. Three balls, no strikes. And the pitch home. In there for the ceremonial 3-0 strike one. Logan still at first. JT holding him on. Hayden takes a look at him, comes set. And the 3-1 offer. Misses low, and that'll be back-to-back walks. And put two runners on for number 5, Chase White, as Chase gets ready to step in from the right side of the box. That puts number 12, Mason Brown, on deck. Chase will step in. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Looking to get something started here. Canes with 1 run in scoring position, looking to put 2 runs in scoring position. Chase digs in from the right side. Hayden takes a look at Logan, second baseman holding him on. He'll bounce off, pitch home. That'll miss outside for a ball, 1-0's the count. Hayden's got the pitch he wants, the 1-0 offer. Swings through it for a strike. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Center fielder playing way in. Extremely shallow. Hayden digs in, checks the runner at second. Logan with a decent lead. Second baseman holding him on. Second baseman bounces off, pitch home in the dirt. Good stop. That keeps the runners at bay. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chase digs back in from the right side. The 2-1 offer coming down the pipe. Strike on the inner half. That evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 offer. Breaking ball, lays off of it, and has worked it to a full count. Hayden digs in, looks into Chase behind the plate, gets a sign. Chase digs in from the right side, calls time. Granted at the last second. And Chase will dig back in. Full count, payoff pitch. That'll miss inside for ball 4. And that is back-to-back-to-back walks. That'll bring up Mason Brown. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Brown represents the tying run. Looks down to third base line, gets a sign. Got to imagine the bunt is off the table here with bases juice. Third baseman plays in. Center fielder still playing extremely shallow. Right field as well. Hayden steps off. That'll move all runners back to their respective positions. Corners play in, middle infield plays back. Pitch home. Shows bunt, pulls it back for a ball. 1-0's the count. One ball, no strikes. Hayden comes set. Pitch home. Shows bunt, pulls back in there for a strike. That'll even it up, 1-1. Mason digs in, back of the box, up close. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sails high, ball 2. 2-1. The 2-1 offer. That'll miss in the dirt. 3-1's the count. Three balls, 1 strike. Hayden asked for a new baseball. Bases juiced here in the bottom of the 5th. Nowhere to put him. Canes are looking to get on the board. Canes are looking to tie it up. He'll step in. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hayden comes set. The pitch. Sails high, ball 4, and that's 4 straight walks. That's going to walk in a run. 4-1 your score here in the bottom of the 5th with 1 away. And we are going to have a pitching change here. So stick around. Bases juiced, 1 away, 4-1 your score, bottom of the 5th. You're watching Canes Baseball here on the Two Dad Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. New pitcher in for the Heat. JT moves over from first base to the pitcher's mound. Griffin at first, Evan at second, Louis at short, Hayden at third, Grady in left, Antonio in center, Shane in right. And this says E. McLean behind home plate. So with bases juiced, that's going to bring up number 6, Eric McLean. Eric will step in from the right side. First pitch, drills it down the first base line, bobbles it. He's got to hustle. There's nobody covering the bag, and he is safe. Heads up, base running from Eric. I'm going to rule it a single because my stats don't matter. But heads up base running from Eric McLean That's why you never give up on it. That plate's a run. Now the tying run represented by Mason at second base. Top of the lineup, number 27, Noah Sigmund steps in. Pitch home. Drills that one right over to second baseman into outfield. That's going to bring home score number 3. Mason's thinking about it. He's coming. He's up, and we are tied up off the double from Noah Sigmund, and the boys are now awake. We are all tied up 4-4 here in the bottom of the 5th with number 7, Rylan Copeland, stepping up to the plate. A line drive from Sigmund right over the second baseman. Plates 2. He'll get a credit for a 2 RBI double. That one misses the outer half for a ball. 1-0's the count. 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Eric McLean at third. He represents the go-ahead run. Noah Sigmund at second. Pitch home. Sails high. 2-0's the count. Number 4, Colby Jones, awaits on deck. Rylan in 0 for 1 on the day thus far. Pitch home. Oh, got him to chase through that one. 2-1's the count, a little off speed, caught him off balance. Took 5 innings, but we got a ball game here. The 2-1. Fouled down the third base line. Another off speed way out in front of it. 2-2 the count. Base hit, scores 1. Rylan digs back in. The 2-2. Fouls off to stay alive. Rylan digs back in. 2-2. Lefty-righty matchup. Pitch home. And rings him up on the outside corner for strike 3. So with 2 away, that's going to bring up number 4, Colby Jones. So a lefty-lefty matchup here. Pitch home. Breaking ball catches the inside for a strike. 0-1's the count. The 0-1. That'll miss high. One's the count. Canes looking to push the go-ahead run across and take the first lead of the game for them. The 1-1. Pops it up, left center, left fielder's on the run. Can he make the grab? Yes, it drops. That'll plate 1. They're going to send Noah. Noah's coming home. Colby's into second, and another stand-up double. 2-run RBI. And the Canes take a 6-4 lead here in the bottom of the 5th over the NC Heat. That's going to bring up number 3, Ryan Albritton. Ryan will dig in from the right side. Lefty-righty matchup here. Albritton 0 for 1 on the day. Pitch home. Breaking ball misses outside. 1-0's the count. The 1-0. Swings through the off speed for a 1-1 count. Nice changeup there from JT. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch home. Swings through that one. And a 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner in scoring position at second, represented by Colby Jones, the 1-2 offer. And misses on the outside. Long frame from the catcher. 2-2's the count. Doesn't get the call. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. JT looks in, has got his sign. The 2-2. Breaking ball misses outside. That'll bring the count full. Should Ryan reach number 10, Eli Suggs awaits on deck. Three balls, 2 strikes, full count. JT comes set, payoff pitch. And he goes down low part of the zone for strike number 3. So they put 6 across. 6-4 is your score. We go to the top of the 6th. Or is that the ball game? It might be the ball game. And that is the ball game. So we'll stick right here for just a second, as that is your ball game here for the Canes. They come back in the bottom part of the game and put 6 runs up to take this one over NC Heat 6-4. And Rylan Copeland will be credited with as the winning pitcher. Colby Jones comes in, pitches 3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Rylan Copeland comes in, 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. So with that, your Canes are slated to play this afternoon at 5:30. That'll be weather dependent. They'll take on the Canes Harris here in Cary. Your coaches for the Canes: Coach Neely, Coach Sigmund, and Coach Burris, who was not here today doing another game for the younger Canes team. I'm Coach Chris. Goodbye, everybody.